Today I'll be sharing about being an international PhD student, or what I have termed diasporic academic. While I will be drawing from my experiences to unpack what it means to be a diasporic academic, I hope that you too can relate to being diasporic academics yourselves. In the past year or so, I thought deep and hard about being a diasporic academic. The concept is not mine, and I'm indebted to Wendy Larner, who introduced this term at a conference keynote several years ago. The concept has also been taken up by other scholars such as Young and Welch. As far as definitions go, if you know the meaning of diaspora and academic, you will arrive at a person who has relocated from one country to another and is based in the host country undertaking some kind of research work. More than just the physical relocation, however, is the recognition of diasporic academics' ongoing connections with both home and host and having the capacity to facilitate international and cross cultural exchanges. Diasporic academics manifest themselves in various other terms, such as overseas born or foreign academics, visiting scholars, or what Lana points out, the new global academic elite who rotates between leading institutions. With the notion of the elite also comes the notion of a hierarchy of diasporic academics, from those who are well established and going around the globe to those who have just relocated themselves physically and intellectually. It is those who have just embarked on the journey that I would like to turn my attention to, those who move to another country to undertake doctoral study, international PhD students. In New Zealand, doctoral students are attracted for a range of reasons, such as full work rights, domestic fees, and hospitable family visa provisions. Partners of international doctoral students are eligible for work visas, and their children are enrolled as domestic students, meaning they do not have to pay international fees. Too often, however, international students are perceived to be young and carefree. International doctoral students are typically more mature, have professional experiences, and often have other obligations such as caregiving and meeting the needs of their family. What are their aspirations? They may be here on scholarships given by their home government or host country. New Zealand offers doctoral scholarships such as the NZ8 scholarship, which aims at capacity building in developing countries. They may be pursuing global careers where doctoral qualification from New Zealand may be the link to a job elsewhere. Or they may consider New Zealand as a migration destination for career development, family life, or pursuing a quality of life that safeguards their interests and personal beliefs. What challenges do they face? Professional identities are often challenged in terms of their legitimacy and relevance in a new environment, whether it's on the basis of one's language, accent, color, or worldview. The manifestation of such tensions can be seen in patronizing attitudes towards the non white, non native English speaker. Those with families face additional stress and need to reckon with transformations in their children and spouses, whether positive or negative. I myself have personally reflected in several forums about the disinterest from my host community in the others. So, what becomes of international doctoral students or these diasporic academics at the end of their study? There's not a whole lot of data on this, but anecdotally speaking, those who return home may be armed with a priced qualification, but little is known about their transnational networks or what they do with such connections. Those who remain in the country may not go on to academic jobs, and their career trajectories may be influenced by their partner's jobs prospects as well. I would like to offer a biographical reflection of my own experiences as an international PhD candidate and share what I've learned from failures and what success looks like. Failure, as you can see, was for me being disconnected from things I so badly wanted to connect with: New Zealand friends, academic networks, professional circles. I think the more disappointing experience was acquainting myself with Kiwis and Kiwi culture. Conversations rarely progress on to much else. Our lack of common backgrounds and histories, let alone some kind of ongoing collegial space, made it a seemingly insurmountable task. My successes, however, as the picture suggests, was building on the invisible but perceptible bonds I shared with fellow diasporic individuals within and beyond the university. I found kindred spirits at conferences and on social media like Twitter, and we have formed our own networks on the fringes of New Zealand centric ones. Being diasporic for me had become a valuable resource for personal sense making. Being the other was enough to attract those who were too. but banding together allowed us to understand our peripheral membership in one particular local place, but strengthened our positions as global citizens in connection with one another. Being diasporic meant I saw myself as a broker between my Southeast Asian worldview and the views from other places, whether you wish to call it North and South or East and West. Instead of feeling frustrated by the disconnect, I decided to move on to spaces which allowed me to make connections. Being a diasporic enriched my research. I wasn't content to use the theories as they were. I wanted my participants' non English words and my out of culture interpretation to give life to my analysis. Recognizing the full potential of being a cultural bridge and knowledge broker led me to embrace the identity of a diasporic academic. I am the diasporic academic. I hope that after my sharing about being a diasporic academic, you will consider reflexively about your experiences in your academic journey and your subsequent career development. Who are you? Where are you? Why does it matter? What version of yourself will you be tomorrow? I'm Sherry Lee, and I'm the diasporic academic.